of the key role that we play in facilitating soccer as far as ZIFA is concerned, as far as PSL is concerned, as far as the grassroots are concerned. And sports has become a center piece of our fight against the drug menace, and also to develop a sports economy, and also to develop and give an opportunity to the various youths that ply the trade. We are therefore going to be significantly investing in the soccer issues. One of the issues that we were discussing with the ZIFA President has been the issue of the infrastructure that we need to develop and revitalize in order to do that. And our commitment as a city, which we will make public here, is that we will avail one of our sports clubs, which we will name in due course for the building of the headquarters of ZIFA. We are also keen to avail to ZIFA one of our sports ground, which we wanted to develop, which is the 40-hectare Highland Stadium for assistance in also working on the Rufaro Stadium. So as a quid pro quo, we would not want them to give us money, but we want them to assist us in developing Rufaro Stadium, Banzura Stadium, and other stadiums. We will also avail another sports club for the youth, for the Mighty Warriors, so that they can develop that sports club to use for the Mighty Warriors and develop that facility. We'll also name that sports club in due course once we've done the procedures of council. But that is cast in stone and is guaranteed as the city of Harare's contribution to sports in Harare and sports in Zimbabwe. And we will accordingly pen a memorandum of understanding, which we will sign before the end of this month with ZIFA to consolidate the things that we've agreed to extend to ZIFA. We believe that we have a role in making sure that sports will not go back where it has come from. The task of the new president, who is quite modern and has a CV that reads very well, an accomplished businessman in his own right, and an accomplished technocrat in his own right. We expect good things in terms of taking football forward, to provide an opportunity to our youth, and also to provide for a sports community economy for our city. So, Mr. President, those are the undertakings that we make as the city of Harare. I'm also the acting president of UCAS, which is the association of all mayors, urban mayors in Harare. We have in Zimbabwe, we have 34 local authorities, and we are going to make a commitment as the local authorities in Zimbabwe to avail facilities in all cities. We are going to avail stadium, we are going to avail sports club for the use by ZIFA, and they will revitalize those facilities. So I will be talking to my brother and sister mayors from Chitungwiza, Bulawayo, and Gwanda, Karoi, Plumtree, and anything in between, that they should avail their stadium and their sports club for the use on a long-term basis, if not permanent, to ZIFA as well, so that we deal with the youth problems, the drug problems, and we provide opportunities for our youths. So that is a commitment that I make as Mayor of Harare, and also a commitment that I make as the acting president of UCAS. The ministry itself has directed that 7% of our budget be utilized to sports, and we would want the sports community, the sports reporters, to monitor that and ensure that we are using 7% of our budget towards the improvement of sporting infrastructure.
One of our key pillars as far as establishment and transforming football in Zimbabwe is the issue of infrastructure. In the absence of infrastructure, it's impossible to implement any of the programs we desire to implement. And you come as a key partner. One of our thrusts is to ensure that we have a relationship with yourselves that creates value for our communities. We have a shared a shared responsibility towards those who love football in Zimbabwe. This ecosystem needs to be nurtured, and the starting point, of course, is to make sure that we have infrastructure that meets the requirements of the programs we want to roll out. We are speaking of the grassroots, the schools where we need to make sure that we have a clear pathway of young people that play football from primary school all the way up until they come to professional space, where we now talk of the big stadium, such as Faros or Guanturas. Very, very important that we have a clear plan on what we need to do with that. But we are so grateful that we have an opportunity that you present to us of building a head office that will meet the stature of the governance we need to display. Our idea, Your Worship, is to make sure that we become an example of a well-governed institution, and we are ready, more than ready, to embrace, these facilities, include them in our plans, and demonstrate. Because it's not only, because ZIFA does not belong to the people who are sitting here. It belongs to Zimbabweans who love football. We are just figureheads, just there to facilitate the processes, to ensure that football is played, to ensure that the fans can enjoy football, to ensure that those who are administering administer, to ensure that the volunteers, the mothers who have children who are playing football, to ensure that they can achieve those objectives. So we are very happy, Your Worship, and we are more than ready to get started on this project. One of the things that I want to quickly speak to Your Worship is that you will notice right now we have Rufaro, which has been used here in Harare, and you've already spoken to this fact that we need to have more places. Now, we are thinking as ZIFA that maybe by next year, instead of having 18 teams, we'll probably end up with 20 teams in our professional league. Yeah? And that means that there's more pressure for facilities. Yeah, because those teams will need places to train, they will need places where they can have their fixtures played. But beyond that, we're also thinking maybe there's need to have a national Division 1 league as opposed to having regional Division 1s. Maybe it might be necessary to have a national Division 1. Now what that means is always need more facilities to use. We are thinking maybe there's need to have provincial leagues, and with your role as the president of UCAS, then you can help us. Each province must have a league that is happening. There's more facilities are required there. So there is a lot of work that is before us, and this work requires everyone to play their part. From the fourth estate, reporting and monitoring what we are doing, to yourselves as the leaders, community leaders, helping us. There is also us as the administrators doing our part. I think that's what we're looking at, and we are very grateful, Your Worship, for this opportunity you've granted us, and we are going to embrace it, and we are more than ready to run with it. Everyone is actually waiting on what's going to happen. At what point are we going to get somewhere to build the head office? I'm sure with this press conference, I'm sure a lot of people will be settled. Now we are moving in the right direction. So thank you very much, Your Worship, and thank you so much to your team and to all the residents of Harare for this gesture. We are very grateful to the councillors as well, to the chairpersons who sit on the sports committee within the city. We are grateful because this has never happened before, and we are so excited about this development. In terms of our key pillars, I think one of the key, two of them really speak to what we're doing right here. One of them is building strong partnerships and the other one is on infrastructure, and embracing infrastructure is a key ingredient in ensuring that the transformation we desire to see in football does indeed happen. So in terms of how do we see ourselves funding, and how do we see, there is of course various aspects to this. I've already spoken the fact that we are looking at putting together the budget and finalizing it, but there is also a capital budget that we are working on, which budget will be funded by various instruments. Some of them, of course, is through our partnerships locally, regionally, and internationally. We have relationships, of course, as you know, we fall under, we're a member association of FIFA. So projects such as these are very welcome and are embraced by FIFA if they meet the requirement, for instance, the required minimum standards. I'll give you an example. So for instance, if we are given land and we have a lease, say for 40 years, and it's given now in the name of the association, immediately, and we present that case, we present that project before FIFA, they're more than happy to embrace that project so that we work together. So there's many instruments that can be used in funding these projects, of course, at various levels.
We'll give them 50 years.
Yes, if they give us 50 years, even better, even better. So there is, of course, there is processes that we need to go through and ensure that there is proper alignment, there is proper approvals at every stage. But this is a great step, because we did not have this opportunity. We did not have the land, we did not have anything. So this speaks to the projects and to the ambitions we have as an association. And indeed, this is a great partnership, and we are grateful to you, Your Worship, and your team, and of course the residents of Harare for this kind gesture.